Hello, hi, namaskar to all the viewers of this particular channel, my dear CA students, that to be particularly CA Foundation students. Already we completed so many problems in inventory, right? Even in the previous session, we come across the FIFO LIFO method and also the weighted average method. In this particular session, the last class, I'm going to cover the recent problem which is asked for CA Foundation in January 2025 batch, my dear student. Here see CA Foundation January 2025. This is the 25th problem. We have some transactions. Okay, are you observing? There are some transactions. The manufacturer also incurred the following expenses. What he incurred? He incurred the freight of 300, unloading charges of 150 at the time of every purchases. See, for every purchases he incurred. How much he incurred? He incurred total amount of rupees 300 freight, okay, 150 unloading charges. Put together it comes how much? 450 rupees. What to do this 450 rupees? My dear student, remember for this purchases we have to add 450. Again one more purchases. For this purchases also we have to add 450. बाद में क्या दिए उन्हें? Say here, warehouse rent. My dear children, warehouse rent is a indirect expenses. It is to be taken in profit and loss account, but it is not to be taken in inventory. Where it should not be taken? It should not be taken for inventory valuation. Okay. Then we have a administrative expenses. Administrative expenses is also, my dear children, indirect expenses. It comes in P&L account. It should not be taken for your inventory valuation. So what is to be taken for inventory valuation? We have to take inventory valuation only the direct expenses. What are the direct expenses? Freight 300, unloading charges 150. These are the two numbers we have to add. Under what method we have to solve? We have to solve under the method of weighted average method. Fine. Shall we have a format? So now let us write which method? Under the method of weighted average method. We need to have columns, balance, issues, a receipt, particulars and date. This is a date column, this is a particulars. You make it 3 sections each as a receipt, units, rate, amount, issues, units, rate, amount, balance, units, rate, amount. Write in full form. Don't use abbreviations. In the earlier session, I write it in full form only. Okay. Shall we go for solution, my dear student? See, on 1st May, there is a opening stock 100 units, 15 per unit. On what? 1st May. 1st May, opening stock. How many units? 100 units, 15 per unit. It comes to 1500. Okay. Usually after every transaction I prefer to close, because you should not get confused with other transactions. Better you follow it. In textbook and all they won't usually follow it, but practically if you follow, you never get confusions with next transactions. See what happened on 2nd May. You have purchased. 2nd May, you have purchased. How many units you purchased? 300 units, 18 rupees. So you can do it here only, or else you can go for working note. 300 into 18. It comes to 5400. For this we have to add direct expenses. What about the direct expenses, my dear children? Direct expenses is 450 for every purchase. It comes to 5850 you purchased. 5850 are divided by how many units you purchased? You purchased 300 units. Okay, it comes what? Use a calci and work out the answer. It comes to rupees 19.50. It comes to what? 19.5. Okay, this is all about your working note. How many units you purchased? 300. Rate is 18, but after adjustment it comes to 19.5. Multiply. How much you are getting? When you apply multiplication, see how much we are getting. Use a calci and work out. It comes to rupees 5850. Okay, dash 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 for issues. Balance kitna hota ab? See my dear children, you have 100 units, you purchased 300. 100 plus 300, it comes to what? 400. Okay, here we have a 1500, here we have a 5850. Add both, it comes to rupees 7350. Did you understood? Now what we have to do? 7350 divided by 400. What to do? Just I write here, I am go for rubbing it off. 7350 divided by 400. Your answer is 18.375. It comes what? 18.375. 18.375. Did you understood? Now my dear children, I close the line here. Okay, shall I go for next transaction? I rub it off. I go for next transaction. The next transaction is when? The next transaction according to the problem is 5th May. What you people did on 5th May? In 5th May, what you people did? You issued for consumption. How many units are issued? You issued 250. Shall I write? On what date it is? On 5th May. Issued 250. Issued 250. What rate? We have to take 18.375. Multiply करना. Multiply किया तो कितना होता अब? It comes to 4009. It comes to rupees 4593.75. Don't take paisa, you make it round figure. It comes to 4594. Okay. Now, out of 400, how many units are given? 250 units are given. Left out is what? 150. Out of 7350, subtract 3594. When you subtract, it comes to an amount of rupees 2756. Divide karna, it's like a same amount, 18.375. Now you close it off. Did you understood, my dear children? Okay, fine. Now what happened after this? On 16th May, you purchased. What you did on 16th May? You purchased. How many units? 500 units, 21 per unit. 5th May. What day? 25th May. Sorry, 16th May you purchased. How many units you purchased? You purchased 500 units, 21 per unit. 500 into 21, it comes to 500 into 21. Use a calci and work out. I am using calci here, my dear student. Please use a calci and work out. 500 into 21. It comes to 10,500. For this we have to add direct expenses. How much direct expenses? 450. That comes to 10,950. For that 10,950, you divide it by how many units? 300 units. Okay. Plus 450 divided by 300 units. So not 300, you purchased how many units? 500 units divided by 500 units. It comes to rupees 21.90. Is it right? How much it comes? It comes to an amount of rupees 21.90. Now, how many units you purchased? You purchased 500 units. Take 21.9. Use a calculation and multiply. That is what? 500 into 500 into 21.9. Again it comes to 10,950. Am I right? Put a dash here. Now how many units will be having? See, there was 150. Now you purchased 500. It comes to 650. 2,756. 2,756. You purchased 10,950. 13,706. Divided by what? 650. It comes to 21.09. Somewhere 08 point you are getting, so 21.09. Okay. Now let me continue in the next page. Okay. Let me continue in the next page, my dear students. Without format I will write just one column separate for issues and receipt. Okay. Now what happened after this 16th? On 25th issue, 21 issue. On what date? 21. What you did on 21th? Issued. Dash for receipt column. How many units are issued? 100 units. How many units? 100. See what was the rate? 21.09. 100 into 21.09, it comes to 2,109. Right? See, out of 650, you issued 100. Subtract karna. You will be getting out of 650, my dear student, when you issued 100 units, we are getting how many units? 550. Okay. बाद में out of 13,706 minus how much amount is issued? 2,109. It comes to 11,597. Okay. Divided by, as usual, remaining 550 units. So same answer, 21.09. That completes your what date? 21st May. Okay. Then last transaction, 25th May. Issued how many units? 450. 25th May. How many units? 450. What rate? Same, 21.09. 450 into 21.09. It comes to 9,490.5. You take 91 rupees. Now how it is left out? 100 out of 550. Subtract 450, 100. Now out of 11,595 for 11,597. Subtract 9,491. 9,491. It comes to 2,106. Divided by 100. Somewhere we are getting 21.06 because of some paise. Okay. Now what about your closing stock? closing stock 100 units 21.09 is equals to 2106. The paise is differs because of when we have taken decimals. This is how we have to solve under weighted average method. Now let me move on to the what method? FIFO method. Okay. Anyhow, we have done some working. Immediately I go. This is your balance column. This is your issues column. This is your receipt column, and this is about your particulars and date column. Okay. Same units, rate, amount. Units, rate, amount. Units, rate, amount. Shall we start under FIFO? On 1st May. On 1st May what happened? I clear entire things. On 1st May there is a opening inventory. What is there on this opening inventory? Else you can check this also. On 1st May opening inventory 100 units. 1st May. How many units? 100 units at the rate of 15 rupees. Close completely. बाद में. On 2nd May purchased 300 units. 2nd May 300 units. What is the rate? 19.5. It comes how much? 5,850. Dash dash dash. Same 100, 15, 1,500, 300 you have purchased, 19.5, 5,850. Next what happened? After 2nd May, 5th May issued how many units? 250 units. 5th May. How many units are issued? 250. On the top you write 250. What method we are following? We are following the method of FIFO, right? When you are following FIFO, issues are to be made from the first lot, give the 100, 15 rupees, 1,500. Out of 250, my dear children, 100 is given. Still left out is 150. You give 150 from the lot of 19.5. See, 150 into 19.5. 2,925. See, 100 units gone. So, you left out 0. Out of 300, 150 is given. Left out is what? 150. Same 19.5. 2,925. Okay. That completes your 5th one. After 5th, what happened? On 16th, there was a purchases. What? On 16th. Purchased. How many units you purchased? See here only. Purchased 500 units, 21.9. 500, 21.9. An amount of rupees 10,950. Now dash 150, 19.5, 2925, 500, 21.5, 10,950. That completes on 16th. What happened after 16th? On 25th, there was a issue. How many units? 100 units are issued. On when? 21st. 21st May. Issued. How many units? 100. You mention 100 on the top. See, when you issued 100, you are following FIFO. In the first lot, there is a 150. Give 100. 19.5. 1,950. Out of 150, 100 is given. Left out is 50. Same 19.5. Use a calci and work out. 50 into 19.5 is 975. Same 500. 21.5. 10,950. Okay, on 21st. What happened in the last one? Again on 25th, there was a issue 450. When? When the issues are made 25th May. 25th May. What you did on 25th May? On 25th May. Wait, I change the color. On 25th May, what you did? Issued. How many units are issued on 25th May? 450 units. So on the top you mention how many units you are issuing? 450 units. Right? See in the first lot, 50 units. Give all the 50 at the rate of 19.5. It comes to 975. Still how many units we need? 400 units from the second lot at the rate of 21.5. Use a calci and work out 400 into 21.5. 8,600. So this is gone. Out of 500, 400 are given, left out is 100. Same 21.5, 2,150. My dear students, this is how we have to work out answer. Now your ultimate answer will be closing stock 100 units into 21.5, it comes to 2,150. I hope you got it right. Please my dear student, remember this freight and unloading charges is to be added to the purchases. Whenever you purchased, for that purchases we have to add the 450 rupees and your purchase rate will undergone a change. This is how we have to work out a solution, my dear student. Okay, thank you. Take care. Please go through it. I go for next chapter in the next session. Until then, take care. Bye-bye. Namaskar.